Some Girls Season 3, Episode 1. So, this is the last season of Some Girls, sadly. One of the most hilarious shows I've ever watched. And I'm still obsessed with it today, even though this first came out in 2012. And it's literally been 10 years since this came out. And so the girls are in their final year of high school and they're about to go into the real world and everything. And so, like always with every season, their appearance have changed. Well, their hairstyles, that is. And their hairstyles will remain this way throughout the entire remainder of the season. However, Amber is the only one who changes it up. When she parties, she puts her hair down. And her hair is a lot longer than you think. So anyway, with the new hairstyles, Amber's is more wavier than it has ever been before and thicker. Holly is still rocking her ponytail and it's still like that reddish dyed hair, but she has this huge flap of a bang coming down on one side of her face. Viva's hair is shorter but not as poofier as before. And Zaz's hairstyle is exactly the same with that long ponytail going down the right side of her body, but now she has very thick bangs and everything. And I gotta say, when it comes to Zaz, my favorite hairstyle has to be from season 1. Her hair looked amazing like that. I've never really been a fan of that ponytail thing she did, but her bangs do look really cute and interesting. And for the most part, Amber's hair always looked the same. It's just it's been more poofier at times or more wavier. I like Viva's hair from season 1. And as for Amber, I don't remember how her hair was in season 1, to be completely honest with you. But her hair always looks exactly the same, so it doesn't really matter. So also I want to say Mel is not in this show no more. She hasn't been seen since season 1. And so something odd happened between season 2 and season 3. Rocky and Viva got back together and they're dating, even though they was broken up at the finale of season 2. Also, Amber and Brandon apparently were dating too again, after she swore him off. And it's kind of like, when did this happen? And so there's something interesting that happens because the girls start talking about orgasms. And Viva talks about how she always fakes it with Rocky because she's never had one. And Zaz is all like, you've been dating him for a whole year and you've been faking it for a year. I'm thinking, wait, hold up. They haven't been dating for a year. In the first season, they dated for a little bit. Then they broke up. And then they didn't get back together to the finale. They hooked up. Then they started dating from the finale of season 1 all the way to the premiere of season 2 and broke up again. And for the remainder of season 2, they were broken up. And they started the show at 16 years old and now they're 18. So they were sophomores in high school. Now they're seniors. So when did they date for a whole year? And so that kind of threw me off and everything. So it would have made sense if a whole year passed and then that's when they started dating off screen. But yeah, there's never no explanation as to when they get back together or how. It's just they did. And so Rocky, he goes to Viva and he's all like, how I'm allergic to reading and writing and math and all that other stuff. Let's just put it like that. He's not very good at school. Amber might be dumb as rocks, but at least she can pass. He's all like, he's thinking about dropping out of high school. Viva thinks this is a terrible idea, but he's debating if he should or not. So when she's not happy about that, he's like, oh, so you just want to break up with me because I'm dumb. And everything. But then after contemplating throughout the entire episode, she realized, fine, whatever. She'll love him no matter what. So then he decides, all right, fine, I'll drop out of high school. And it's just like, dude, what are you doing? Because he needs an education, to find a good job and stuff. Because he's not very bright. And so in this episode, when it comes to Holly, she needs about 500 or 600 pounds. And she won't tell the girls why. And she won't really tell the audience why either. She just really needs the money and she really needs a job. Her uncle's gonna try to get her a job, but she has to make like the interview at a certain time. And she's desperately trying to get like money, trying to scrounge it up any way possibly she can. And so I think it has to do with her father being in jail. I think she said like he got jacked up in jail or something like that. And so she's probably trying to like, I don't know, pay like maybe like a lawyer fee or something. I don't know what she's trying to do. I forgot. I have to watch the rest of the season to find out because I forgot. But she needs the money. I think it has to do with her dad, I believe. And so she won't tell the other girls, and the other girls are very irritated by that. And when it comes to Amber is still the same, but she's different in this premiere. She's still kooky and crazy, but she's less kooky and crazy. Not only that, but she stopped talking super fast. And she's a bit more mellow than she's ever been, you know? And so it's almost like she's on Ritalin or something like that. But when it comes to Amber, she is wondering where Brandon is because she hasn't seen him in many weeks, many days, and all this other stuff. And, no, probably a couple of days, not weeks. But she maybe it's days, maybe it's weeks. I don't know. But she ain't seen him for a long time. She thinks he's in witness protection. So, being Amber, so they go to his house. The group does, right? And they can't find a way in. So Amber decides she's gonna use her phone to look through like the mail slot door of the thing. So she puts her phone through it and she sees like mail all on the floor. So somebody ain't been there for a good while. And so she starts taking pictures of it. And then she's all like, wait a minute, if I can adjust my hand this way, I can try to get inside his bedroom with the camera and see if anything's going on in there. So she's taking pictures left and right. And of course, what she does, she drops the phone. But then from where her hand is and where the phone lands is a very far distance. So she's freaking out, spazzing out, because she's all like, oh, I need my phone. My phone's my life and da-da-da-da-da, stuff like that. And so then Holly sees like this guy picking up trash, and he has one of those long stick things with the mechanical hand thing that you grab stuff with. So she convinces him to come over and to like let her use it so she can like use it to grab like the stuff, right? Only problem is her arm gets stuck in the door. Holly's arm being stuck in the mail slot of the door is so hilarious. She's just like tugging and everything, and Zaz is being her typical instigating type self, talking about, oh yeah, you better hope your arm don't go numb and you better not get no cut because gangrene could have to amputate your arm and everything. Which of course is pissing off Holly even more, because she's all like, you know, crap, dude, she's gonna be late for like her job and interview and stuff like that, and they still want to know what's it for, and she won't tell them. And so the dude who was picking up trash, like, you know, we lube up your arm with some kind of like slippery type stuff, then it can like loosen it up. So Viva decides, all right, fine, we need to think about this, and they need chips. I don't get this. Chips are nothing more but French fries. What is so special about British French fries? What is it like made of magic? Did it sound like some good seasoning onto it or something? Like, what is the deal? I have to know, because every British show, comedy show I've ever seen, they always talking about, let's get some chips, let's get some chips. I'm just like, or even an Irish one, and I'm just like, what's so special about them? And Viva's always wanting to eat fries. And stuff, so she thinks they can think straight if they got some. So she sends Zaz to get some fries. At some point she comes back, but then she sends her, like, you know, to get some like lubrication type stuff also as well. She can't find no oil, but when she's there getting the French fries and everything, she sees Rocky. And so when she goes back to Viva, she's all like, Viva, I think Rocky's gonna propose to you because I saw him hand like the chef dude a diamond ring. And Viva's just kind of like, what? Like, I'm only 18 and everything. And not only that, but I haven't graduated high school yet, and he's a dropout. So she don't, so he's rushing things again, which caused her to break up with him in season 2. So, um, Amber, they're all like, we need to find something that's lubricated, so we can like lube it up. So Amber's looking through her purse, she's going through all her stuff, and she finds Brandon House spare keys. And they're all like, you had this the whole time and you made me stick my arm underneath the door. Amber then does something that was so unexpected. It was kind of like, what were the writers thinking? Amber thinks that's so funny, so hilarious. She busting out laughing. That's not the only thing that busts. Her bladder. She pisses herself coming through her skirt. And this is like, dude, aren't you wearing underwear? Why is this thing like a whole like flooded lake river and everything? I'm just like, it's funny, but they didn't have to go there. It was almost like they was running out of ideas and stuff. So they open the door, and so then they're like, oh, we're hungry. So they start fixing themselves some food. Well, at some point in time, we see Holly, and she makes it to her interview. And she's trying to plead with her uncle to like give her that job and this and that. And she shows him what she has attached to her arm. It's the metal piece to the door slot. They had to literally rip it off her and stuff. Oh, so while they're inside Brandon's place, they're talking, of course, about, like I said, the orgasms and stuff. The trash dude is making them food. He makes them grilled cheese, but Viva does something I've never seen nobody do. She places ketchup on her grilled cheese. Ugh. Who would do something like that? You don't do that. I've never seen nobody do that before. Do people really do that, or is this like a British like food type thing? Because over in England, they eat pork and beans on toast bread, and I've never seen that in America either. So they're talking about Brandon and this and that, and Zaz and Viva, they spot something in Brandon's room. They spot a red thong, and they also spot a name tag that says Chantel. So they hide it from Amber. And so Amber's is all like, oh, she doesn't know where Brandon's at, and she's so worried, this and that. So then they start snooping around the house. And then they go into his mom's room, and boom, the mom is there. She is freaking out, want to know how they got into her house, who this man is, and all this other stuff. And they want, and Amber's all like, hey, don't mean to like be rude, but where's Brandon? And so like the mom's all like, they all like, your mail is piling up. And she's all like, because she sleeps during the day because she works at night and all this other stuff, because she's like a nurse and stuff. And so Amber is constantly asking, where is Brandon? Now, Brandon's mom does not like Amber, period. See, back in season probably 2 or 1, I forgot to mention this. One episode, Amber gets deleted from Brandon's contact list. This is when he thought he got that one girl pregnant, Charlie. And the mom just coming out like very like sultry looking and everything. She's very pimpish like and stuff. And she's all like, it's you messing around with my son again and blah, blah, blah. You need to stay away from my son. So like, you know what? Have you deleted her yet? He's like, no. She's like, fool, what's wrong with you? I'm going to delete her for you. And then she starts talking all like gangsters. Like she talks like Rocky. And she's all like going through his phone list, calling out every girl's name in his phone list. No. She's like, man, my son's a pimp. And she's like, aha, Amber, delete. Confirmation. Do you want to delete this? Yes, fool. And then she deletes it. It's just like the most hilarious thing ever. And then we see what Brandon likes women with big boobs for. His mom are like enormous. So that's why he always goes for girl with big boobs. And Amber's always obsessed and talking about she wants big boobs and stuff like that. So the mom is very pissed. She's very angry. And she doesn't tell Amber at all where Brandon's at. And so she makes them get out the house because they ate her food and they drank her vodka. And she ain't too thrilled about that. And so towards the end, we see, what is it? Zaz and Viva had to tell Amber the sad truth is that they found girl's underwear and a girl's name tag. So it seems like Brandon is cheating again. And so this really hurts Amber. And a little side note, just to like give you a little bit of a spoiler here, and then when it comes to Brandon, I don't know exactly what truly really happened to Brandon, but he's gone. Like he's not in this season no more whatsoever. At least from what I remember. I don't know why the actor left, but he left. At first, I assumed it's because he went over to Canada to film Legends of Tomorrow and all that Arrowverse stuff. But that happened many years later. So I don't know what the world happened to him. Maybe he had another project or something. But they could have explained it a little bit better than that, because it's kind of like, okay, well, yeah, if he's cheating, then why isn't he in school? You know what I'm saying? And so then Viva is hanging out with Rocky at the restaurant, and she's all like, "Look, Rocky, I know what you're finna do, just don't do it, this and that." And he's like, you know, nervous. He's all like, "Viva, you're like the only girl I ever loved," and blah blah blah, stuff like that. And then so he wants to propose to her with what is it, like a donut, and it'll be like a, you know, a ring inside. But the cook messed the order up. So Rocky's going through like all of like the donuts, and Viva looks at the one that Rocky doesn't go through, and she opens it up and sees the ring. And he proposes, and she says yes, to the shock and dismay of her friends, especially Holly. Holly's just like, "What the world are you thinking?" and stuff, you know? And it ends like that. And it's kind of like, yeah, what is she thinking about? Like, the dude dropped out of high school. He's not very bright. He made out with her best friend. And he's very, very, very clingy and obsessive and everything. So it's kind of like, what kind of relationship are they going to have, you know? Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.